Hey guys, it's Jimmy. Last week I got a message from a subscriber that had some difficult problems with coming out to his parents and trying to get them to accept his gender identity. And he wrote me a message and asked for help and advice, and I replied as well as I could. But then it occurred to me that it might be nice to have Peter answer his questions. You might remember that a few videos ago I mentioned Peter is volunteering this summer at the Gender Identity Center in Denver, and he's a trans man, so he has a couple of points of qualification here. So anyway, I forwarded the message to him and said, Peter, what do you think about this? What would you tell this guy? So let me read to you Peter's response. My professional advice these days generally consists of talk to a counselor, or the longer version, Matt should see if he can convince his parents to see a counselor with him. And he should come up with a pretty comprehensive list before he pitches the idea, so he can say, here, look at all these people in our area who specialize in this. He can also try to get them to read some literature on it. Just Add Hormones is good, but I'm thinking something that, particularly because of what he says about his dad, emphasizes the point that nearly all trans people are aware something is different about their gender between the ages of 3 and 6, and most of the rest realize it when secondary sex characteristics start developing at puberty. I'll very, very tentatively mention the book True Selves. What I've read of it so far has good quotes from trans people that make up a lot of the text, but the narrative surrounding those quotes comes from 1996, and it shows. I'd personally want the literature to be more recent, though. I just found this on Amazon, haven't read it, but it has 20 5-star reviews and looks both excellent and appropriate to his situation. I'll put a link. And if he can find Transgeneration somewhere, I know I liked watching that film with you and Mom early on in my transition. Pretty much just finding things to engage and educate his parents, things that will get them to listen and understand what trans people are at all, even if they can't handle his actual transition yet. I would also definitely recommend that he find a support group in his area. He needs some kind of support network because that makes the biggest difference. And if he's interested, I'd be happy to talk to him. I can't do professional, which would go against the ACA's code of ethics, but I can certainly do similar experience. Since you started putting these videos up, I feel like I should be doing more, but vlogs just aren't my preferred medium. So his preferred medium is writing. He's a good writer, and again, thank you, Peter, for allowing me to read your writing on YouTube. I think a lot of folks will appreciate it. Where am I? This is the Colorado National Monument. I thought it would be more interesting than my front porch for a change. This is my backyard, sort of. I live in Grand Junction, down there. Yeah, it's kind of a nice place to hike, and certainly a beautiful thing to live near.